It's martini time. Welcome to martini time and this nice Monday afternoon. This weekend has been hell. The internet was off and on, more off than on. CenturyLink here in Virginia was either fixing it or I don't know what they were doing. But anyway, it's finally back on and we're on live. I don't have to use my iPhone hotspot, which I found used up a lot of data. So that was new. So have a glass of wine, and of course I'm going to ride the dragon today, and let's see where the dragon takes us. And we'll start using the right mallet. This is a cushioned mallet, so the sound is softer and lasting. And we're going to talk about today another little item I have on my shelf. I guess told you how much stuff I've got here, so it'll take a while for me to get through it all. But this is a little Buddha snow globe that I really had a desire to get one, so I got it on the internet. I finally found one. It was hard to find, and when you shake it up, of course, it looks like that. You see, and my uncle always told me, never shake the martini. You stir the martini. He would say it bruises the gin. Well, I don't know. I tried shaking it, and it filled the martini up with little bubbles. So when I shook the martini up, it looked like that, you see. So I stir the martini. But the point is that this is the whole philosophy, the whole practice of Zen, of Buddha. And I wish I could just say, instead of say Zen Buddhism, and just Zen, because it's so short and easy to say, and it's not as complicated as Buddhism and all of that stuff. But when I say Zen, I'm talking about the Dharma, which is the living truth of all of us, and not just a particular tradition. That's where we get so messed up, you see, because if I say Buddhism or Zen or Dharma, well, then you say, well, I'm this or that, and I don't go with that, and do I have to be a Buddhist? And we get all tangled up. You see, when I say the Dharma, that is the life truth of ourselves. So it's universal. It's like breathing. It's like gravity. Gravity has no religion or tradition, and it's science. It's like physics. It works. If you do the laboratory experiment, it works. If you do the rest, it's like cooking. If you do the recipe, follow the recipe, you get the meal the cook got. You just do if you follow the recipe. So Zen is like that. Zen and Buddhism is a recipe that works if you follow it. And this is such a great metaphor for the recipe, because what this says here is that this is our mind. And this is the mind on thought. Remember that commercial? This is the mind on thought. And it's painful because we can't choose. Nothing is clear. I don't know what to do. We're like Warren Beatty at the Oscars. We talked about that the other day, but it's such a great metaphor because we all watched it. He was caught in a double bind, which looks like that, because the cards by Price Waterhouse were sacrosanct. There was no way they could be screwed up. This was the authority. The whole Oscars depended upon those cards being having integrity and not being violated and screwed up. And so when he looked at the card, it looked like that. Something was wrong. There was flakes out of order. His mind looked like that, you see, because there was La La Land and Emma Stone, and so he doubted it. But he couldn't doubt authority. You see, he couldn't doubt religion. He couldn't doubt the philosophy. He couldn't doubt his parents. He couldn't doubt the president. He couldn't doubt authority. So his mind looked like that. He couldn't choose. And if you remember, when Faye Dunaway said, "Oh, Warren, you can't choose. Give me that," and so he happily gave her the card, and she said, "La La Land." Well, we were in La La Land, weren't we? So this is really a metaphor for our mind when when we have no certainty or can't choose, when we don't know what to do, we don't know what's real. There's confusion, there's doubt, conflicting stories, alternate facts, alternate realities. Well, which one is right? Everyone says they're the authority. The whole nation is like this now, you see. And this, individually and collectively, we look like that. And every day we try to get out. This is painful. This is painful when you're in a snowstorm of thought and you can't stop it, you see. And we stop the world, and I can't stop thinking. I can't stop worrying. I can't stop this confusion. I've got to stop. We take drugs. We go drink. We have a martini. To get to clarity, we want clarity. We want clear skies, no storms in the mind, no emotional storms, no drama, no roller coaster. We want clarity. We want peace. How do we get it? Oh, we get it by shaking it. We get it by shaking the martini. That means effort, thought. We try to get out of thought by thinking. We try to get out of thought by a method that will get us out. I need more Buddhism. I need more yoga. I need more religion. I need more study. I need more therapy. You see, I need more, because the clarity, thought places the clarity in the future. So I have to get to it. And I have to get to it by effort of the mind, by mental effort. And mental effort is thinking. So I have to do this in order to get to clarity. And can you see the double bind we put ourselves in? Can you see the lose-lose situation this puts us in? Because thought says, me, which is a thought, I thought, I is a thought, says I have to get out of this confusion. And so I have to choose which way to go. So I'll choose this or that, you see. But every choice has another thought, an opposite thought. So thought, me, the thinker thinks it has to knows it has to get out of the pain of confusion by thinking, because that's all it can do. The thinker thinks. So thinking will get it, he believes thinking will get it out of the confusion or the pain of thinking, and that is a quest for, or a search for future. So thinking is time. Thinking and time are the same in the mind. Thinking is all time in the mind is always about past or future. And the present is painful because thinking is painful, and that it is an abstraction of reality rather than reality itself. Thinking is like the menu of the meal. We don't eat the menu, we eat the meal, you see. But thinking can only create abstractions of reality, which is in time, and that's painful because you are not real, so you have to get out of the pain of being unreal by thinking and doing a method or having a path or a strategy or a plan to get to the future where you will be clear. But when you get to the future, you look like that. But then, well, I didn't do it right enough. I didn't do it good enough. I'm so stupid me. I didn't do it good. I have to do it better. I'll do better this time, you see. So it's always the problem. The problem I don't reach clarity is with the situation, the world, or myself, you see. So I do it again. And then we spend our whole life doing this. And when we die, we still look like that, you see. We never get out of thought. And the whole point of the Buddhist tradition and the non-dual traditions is that if you stop shaking the snow globe, the mind settles naturally. And clarity is the natural state of our mind. But we can't get to it because we keep shaking the mind up, shaking the martini up, you see. So the whole practice of this is to say, wait, what's going on here? What is the truth here? What is the stillness here? What is the present moment here? Wait, don't move the mind, don't shake it anymore. Just wait, what? And look. And the looking, the curiosity, is the clarity you were looking for. Isn't that interesting? If I want to get to clarity in the future, I realize I can never get there in the future, and that's the first idea that changes everything, is that there is no future. I can't get to anything in the future because it's always now. So let me look at now to see what the truth is. And that just means stop doing anything. I just relax, let go of the effort, let go of the struggle, trying to get out of the straitjacket, let go, relax, look around, just what is the truth here? And you really have to ask with a heartfelt desire to know. You can't just be an intellect, well, if I ask, maybe I'll know. That's calculation. There's no calculation. I don't know what the truth is. Let me just look and not move. And when you stop moving, guess what? You're the Buddha. The Buddha is a metaphor for your awareness that doesn't move in the cloud of thinking. Awareness is not thinking. Awareness does not move. Awareness is like the space that holds movement. So awareness is like the clarity that holds the thinking mind. So when you suspend the need to find salvation or find certainty or clarity, and you just relax, you will discover that the mind begins to clear, and you will get insights. You will get ideas that give you clarity and understanding, you see. And it's all in us, you see, but the world, our culture, is always like this. So we're always like Warren Beatty, depending on somebody else to choose the winner. See what I mean? This creates, when society, culture creates a world or a collective mind that looks like this, the inhabitants of that culture, the minds in that culture, don't know what the truth is and can't find it. So they have to depend upon authorities, religions, political parties, Trumps, presidents, whoever, to tell them the truth, you see. Because they can't choose because their minds look like that. Their minds like Warren Beatty. I don't know. I can't choose. Something's wrong, you see. You choose. Okay? So I hope let this be your martini for the day. And I'll see you in the morning, hopefully if the internet's working, for Buddhists in your landfill. We've got 2 Dharma trails here. I'm really enjoying doing this because, well, you can tell my energy comes up. So this is like my 2 bookends now. I have a bookend in the morning when I do a talk at 8 o'clock. My energy rises, I have an idea, we talk about it, and then I write some more on it, and then there's lunch, and I take a nap, and then I get ready for 5 o'clock, you know. So that's my 2 bookends, and I hope that you watch both of them and follow the thread, because we're really on the Dharma trail here. We're really on the thread of Dharma, and we don't know where it's going to go, but it's exciting, and we want to find out, and we're going to follow it because it's our Dharma, and it's our clarity, you see, and it's our life too. So I'll see you tomorrow morning.